Alright guys, morning folks. Quick review of the trades from yesterday. Swiss like this. And we took the dollar Swiss. Okay, the pound and the euro. The other trades, I think we've got the Aussie Swiss still here, and New Zealand Swiss, wherever that is. That's here. Right. Now, if you're thinking, most of us are probably thinking at this point, oh well, we've got this much profit. Where are we going? We don't know where the target is, and all this stuff. Well, when we look, I'm talking in terms of the euro and the pound. Well, what we're seeing here, let's use what we're seeing to try to give us some more clues as to how long we can hold this for. Euros come down a significant amount relative to pound. Right? So we discussed where the dollar's at yesterday from a double hedge perspective. Go back and watch the video if you didn't, because you're not going to get a shortcut here. I know a lot of guys are watching some of these videos, but they're missing the fundamental points because this is a story, and we have to follow the story by watching them all as we're unraveling this or decoding this currency psyop. Essentially finding the Holy Grail. I mean, that's what we're doing here. So if you want to find the Holy Grail, you can't just watch the last video and expect to earn it. It's not going to happen. You have to understand the mechanics of the whole thing, why the moving averages do this, what they mean, etc., etc., etc. What the mechanics of all of this stuff is. To find out, you have to go back and watch everything. Start at the very beginning. Then you understand, trust the nature. You'll understand the gematria, the astrology, relationship between the sun and the moon, balance, etc. Without all of this, you'll always spin around in circles, going back to believing in gurus, indicators, and economic affairs, which are simply nothing more than distractions. Um, so the deal was the Swiss is too strong. Okay, so that's still too strong relative to the dollar. You know, the dollar hasn't even moved yet here. Um, so we can keep holding the dollar Swiss. That's what that's telling us. We're not speculating on the Swisses going up. We're just expecting on the Swiss yen going or the slash LFX going up. We're not speculating on it going down. We're simply anticipating Swiss weakness, so that will show itself against the yen, giving us permission to sell this. But we're not doing any other yens, no. Now, when we look at the euro and the pound, okay, I'm now maxed up. Now we can only just see the balance point here. In pound, we don't have to, you know, we don't have to look as far to see it. Okay, we have to squeeze to see it here. Go back and watch again how much we just did that. Right, we just did 1, 2 to see it fully in the middle. Pound, we don't see it in the middle. Watch. just one, and we see it. Okay, I'm not even all the way down. I'm from here to here, and we now see it right there in the middle. We'll go back to euro. Okay, and we'll go right from the top. We'll go all the way down, and we'll see how far we get. Right, we see it now here. They're very equal. Now, if we look at that, they're very, very equal. I feel like we have to squeeze more on the euro to see it though. Let's go back to this one here. Okay, we're all the way down the bottom when this part's revealed. Let's make sure we've even got the same thickness here. It's all fractals. That's all this is. Right, all the way to the bottom, and we see it. Right. These guys are the same, so this is equaling a euro pound chop, I would imagine. Well, when we pull over the dollar, we don't have to mess around doing any of that, right? We see it the whole time. So that tells us right here that the dollar is weaker currently on this perspective than the pound and the euro. So if the LFX goes up, okay, if the LFX goes up, great, that's awesome. That means dollar has more room to go up than pound and euro. If we pull in the CAD into the mix, we also see that we don't have to squeeze down. Suggesting that during this time frame, CAD is also weak. So you'd want to be on the buy side of CAD, obviously, too. So collectively, dollar and CAD, the two competing localized currencies, because they're set up this way, right? Because they've got, let's say they have a deal between the Toyota plant in Mississauga or Brampton, wherever it is, Ontario. If they have a monthly arrangement where they're making the cars there in Canada, paying their staff in Canadian dollars, but they're receiving the bulk money from Japan, Europe, pound, etc. But but ultimately their most important one is to the US, because it would be the nearby trading partner, right? So the GM would be a better example. I just use Toyota because it's made there also. They have us under the illusion believing these things are Japanese, but they're made in Canada. So if the the CAD needs to compete with the dollar, they don't want to have phone calls from bank managers and other people at the end of the month freaking out saying, why is the currency so much further apart? I can't buy the steel that I'm paying in US dollars to make the cars in Canada, etc. Because you guys have screwed us over with the charts, or whatever they're going to say. It doesn't make any difference, but they don't want to have to deal with that, so they have the dollar and the CAD going fairly equal to one another relative to the other currencies' moves. Euro is the same with the pound. New Zealand is the same with the Aussie. We've been through all of this. It's all in the last 200 videos. So if we are expecting the dollar to go up, I mean, here it's going to want to catch the CAD, right? Because the CAD's moved now locally. That means that we've got a dollar/CAD bias to the upside, meaning we can then hold the euro and the pound more, because we know that euro is still, way stronger than these guys. Okay, so the double hedge is to continue selling the euro USD, and especially with that CAD up there, USD. When this will really explode is when we see a pullback in the Aussie and the New Zealand, I think. Let's take a look at those. But with the situation with the Swiss, it's going to hold the Aussie and the New Zealand for longer. New Zealand locally is already moved up, so it could have a drop relative to the other ones locally. And Aussie catches it up. Now, if they go down, well, New Zealand's got more room to go down to catch the Aussie. So, from a double hedge perspective, doing New Zealand US dollar, if they go up, it's not very good, because relative to the Aussie, it's already moved up here. But relative to the euro and the pound, it's still got more room to go up. If those, and they can slowly move up too, but New Zealand will have more to go up longer term. So yeah, we could get a small pullback here, but that doesn't mean we're going to sell the New Zealand dollar. That's not a good double hedge, because really it's lower overall than the the dollar. So really long term, this is a better buy, the New Zealand to the dollar, but we could expect some sort of pullback here and then up in the New Zealand US dollar. Let's look at that now, shall we? And here, let's do another quick. This is a nice opportunity to add to this sell here. And now we've come so far here. Oh, we've only got 2 positions, so I'm not going to bother with that. I was going to try, if we had more, I would have taken one off here on euro, but we'll just leave that. Let's put in the New Zealand dollar. Yeah, so we're seeing that pullback here. But we're not going to sell that nut. Might go down and we'll regret it, and it goes back to where we wanted it, and then it's going to sharply accelerate up or something like that. But if that happens, I'll rather buy it down there. Let's try and find a new trade now. We could look at the numbers here, right? Yen's the strongest, Euro's the weakest. So go over to the Euro. Euro Swiss hasn't really moved much. Swiss pound is up 43. Okay, we're expecting Swiss to be declining. given where euro is, euro's strength, it's not really giving us much of a profit. So we wouldn't want to be involved with that euro Swiss because they're both strong, right? But Swiss is still overall stronger than euro, so it's got more room to go down. But I wouldn't take the euro Swiss or the pound Swiss. We like a euro CAD. We know that CAD needs to go up more, and euro needs to come down more. If it's a double hedge, well, euro CAD short is good, but we've kind of missed the boat here. Yeah, we've kind of missed the boat on that. We'll find another one though. For now, I'm going to add to this here. And we might, yeah, let's do another euro. Okay. Oh, it looks like our crypto's coming into profit. That's good. Okay, so we're doing all right here. Yeah, and that's the focus here, guys. It's a dollar trade. All right. If we look at our exposure, how bad is that here? Extremely long dollar. Okay, extremely short Swiss. That's what we're talking about, right? So we're doing this how we got to do it. Let's pull up the crypto here. All right. And before we do that, take this opportunity here. Count history. We haven't taken anything off since yesterday's discussion about the Aussie CAD. All right. So where are we at now with LTC, BTC? We're still trying to come back here, treating all of this as a discount, as a local hedge. BTC has more room to come down if the crypto comes down. If the crypto goes up, BTC's got less room to go up than LTC. This is a buy discount down here. Okay. The other trade we were working on is see, I don't even remember. Neo, wasn't it? Or what do we have? Oh, okay. It was no. Hang on, let's find it here. Oh, Zcash, of course. Let's just confirm we're doing the same deal. Yeah, I mean this has fallen way too far relative to the BTC. Now BTC today has had its drop. That's good, but we're not seeing those numbers exchange through the BTC yet, through the LTC, BTC, and the Neo, the Zcash. We're which is here. So once that starts to filter through, what that's probably telling us here is so far these moves are a little stronger than these, but you'll see the numbers will create the stealth move, and this will give this no option, no other option but spring back up to this area here very soon. So we'll have that, I don't know, in the next couple of days, maybe. May take longer, but yeah, buy below these lows. All right, guys, that's the video. Peace.